Okay, I was gonna film this with my R6, but the issue is this ring light that I'm using that I'm borrowing from my dad to test out. It doesn't have a phone mount or a camera mount, it only has the phone mount, which I've been liking for my phone stuff and like TikTok stuff and everything. But I had to basically put the tripod with my camera behind it, and that made the lighting all bizarre. So we're just gonna do this because I have a very nice, like, this is my brand new baby, my Canon R6. This is just with a 35mm lens. The 16 was getting too much of the ring light in it, so. But anyway, this is gonna be more of a camera video. I love doing both ballet and camera. Like those are my biggest passions, are camera, photography and ballet. And I thought about changing the name of my YouTube channel to something like Ballet and Cameras or something like that, but I wasn't sure if people would still be able to find me. I do still want to do both. I'm not gonna like separate it out into two channels because I want to be all in one. But yeah, so I still will make both because I enjoy both. Those are both of my biggest passions. So what I want to talk about today, and I think you can use them together too, I wanted to say that because I love dance photography. That's one of my favorites. Beautiful dance photos like is one of my favorite things to look at. But also you can take fun photos at your adult ballet class and stuff if you have fun little cameras. So I always take mine. As you saw in my last video, I will still take my little fun vintage looking cameras with me to take videos or photos, or if you want to vlog in your class and stuff and take videos. So this may also work for you too if you are interested in that kind of stuff. I wanted to talk about two things. The two cameras that are blowing up the market right now would be the Fujifilm x100v, which I do not have. I have the F. I didn't post my unboxing on here because it's in like TikTok and Reels format, so I guess I could probably share it in the shorts. But yeah, I got this used from eBay a while ago, and it was in like great condition, even came with some extra stuff that I've never used. Eventually I did put a little button on the top for the shutter, which makes it just easier. Let's see here, come on camera. There we go. And then obviously I just have my little leather strap on it. This camera's fantastic. It's older technology, so that's something I have to keep when I go back to this one from my other cameras. I have to remember like the touch, there's no touch screen on the back. I'm used to with all my cameras being able to, if it's not focusing well, which sometimes this one does hunt a little more, I can touch the screen and it'll take the picture. Whereas this one, I'm like, oh yeah, not a touch screen. And I think I'm just not using this one to its full potential because I still don't know, like with all my cameras, I don't ever use all the available features and settings. I pretty much like to just shoot on manual myself. So I actually do set this one, but because sometimes it's a pain to set all the little dials in here, come on, let's see if I can focus. This is why I wanted to use my other camera. So you can set all these dials individually, like the shutter speed, the ISO is in here, and then obviously your aperture ring. I always keep the aperture ring at 2. But what you can actually do is set them like, I'm trying to see if you can see it. So it is set right now up here on T, which is basically allowing me to just use the button here or the dial here and the dial here to set my ISO and my aperture as I want them, because I prefer to set them myself. I think, oh, what's this one? I think it has to be on H or L. No, it doesn't make sense. I thought there was one you can set in here, but I think mine still lets me set it on its own. Let's test it and see. I do my settings manually just because I'm used to it. Let's see, hopefully you can watch my screen here. So we're gonna do, I'm trying not to get the ring light in. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You can see the shutter speed changing down here as it gets darker. So that's this front dial here that I'm using. If I use the other dial, it is not changing my ISO, so it must have been a setting. So let's go back. Sorry, this is not the best way to do this. Ooh, okay, that's just on high. Okay, this is letting me on auto. It's letting me do some changes. It doesn't let me change the whole range though, and I'm not really sure if that's a setting that you can set. So sometimes I have been trying to just set the ISO myself really fast, which I just don't like because you have to like lift up the knob and do it. I know the new one's a little smoother, the V, but that's just how I've been doing it. And then like I said, I just leave my aperture ring. You can change it, but I leave mine on 2 because that's where I like it the best. I've also been leaving mine on classic chrome. That's been my favorite. Other than that, I might use like Astia Soft or just the Provius Standard. Those are probably my favorites. But that's what I've been using the most. I've not used it for video, so I can't speak to its video capabilities. I haven't used the self timer on it. That's just not what I bought this camera for. When we take our weekly date night photos, I take my Canon R6 with me and the 50mm, which sometimes is a pain because I'm like, I don't want to take that with me all night, but that gets my better photos. I probably could take the 5D4 with it too, but it's going to be about the same size and weight. So, because when you add the adapter, that's been the only frustrating thing about upgrading from the RP. The RP was more compact and portable. Now, I am going to be using a different Olympus soon. That's built very similarly to the EM10. It's the EM5 Mark III. It's basically an EM1 Mark II, which is this one here, in a smaller, more compact body. So it's like this camera, and all the technology in this camera, but it's built like this camera, and it's weather sealed, which is good too. Okay, come on, you can focus. So there's a big difference between the two, especially this grip making it huge. This size just fits better. This is an old camera. It does not focus well and stuff anymore. It was very slow at taking photos, which is part of it. This is so fast and snappy, and I love it. It's huge and heavy, especially when you put a pro lens on it. So I'm gonna probably be using that a lot more. We'll see. But generally, sorry, this is getting ranty. I carry my Fujifilm with me every day in my purse. Literally, it's just in here, waiting for me to take it with me. The other one that I've recently seen people talk about is the Canon G7X. I have the Mark I. Still works great. I have the little dead cat thing on here so that when we make our videos, it helps with the noise. My husband has started loving vlogging, but mostly it's like we've been doing it for home videos. So when we went to our honeymoon in Disney, he basically took 3.5 hours worth of videos that we took on that trip. I thought about uploading it because I know people would probably love to see it, but we kind of decided that because it's our honeymoon, like I already didn't want like to have to show our families and stuff. I'm like, you know what? They don't need to know our honeymoon. Certain parents need to stay out a little more. And that's why I was kind of like, let's keep it private for us because that was our honeymoon and that's just for us to enjoy. At the same time, I'm like, he's like, you know, it'd be really funny and people would love watching that because he is ridiculous in it. And the things he says, he doesn't realize he says, and we laugh about them so much now. He likes to narrate and give history on things. So we're probably gonna do that a lot more, especially when we go to other theme parks, because he is like a roller coaster theme park addict. Like I literally got him roller coaster books for Christmas and he has a log of which ones he's ridden. So we'll probably do that more, maybe at Kings Island this summer, and then wherever we end up going else. But we've been using this just on a little tripod as our vlogging camera, which I used to use all the time. That's what I mostly did. All of my YouTube videos have been on this mostly for the past, gosh, I don't know how many years I've had this, probably since 2017 or so. Still going strong. This is the OG. It definitely makes a little bit of noise when it's hunting and focusing, which we know, but other than that, it's been a really good little camera. But I thought it was hilarious that like famous, like well-known people on TikTok and Instagram are now saying, oh, this is the best little camera to carry with you and it has the best flash. Literally like forgot there was a flash in this thing because I don't use it. But they were like, yeah, it's so great because you can like do like, what were they doing? They were doing this. They're like, you can do like self-portraits and it makes your skin look all good. Mine didn't work. I must be on, because I have a manual. I'm like, they must all shoot on auto. But I'm like, or maybe it's on, let's do it on aperture priority because then it'll be, is it low aperture? Let's see how this works. I have no idea, but we're gonna try it. Except my arm's in the way. Clearly, I am not the type of person to be using this. Oh man. This is just, yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, it does have a cool little flash on it, but I've never quite understood why. Now this one is suddenly becoming so popular to get, and I'm like, cool, well, I already have this one, so I don't need to go buy that. But mostly we use this for video because it really does do excellent quality videos. And it's so easy to carry and compact that most of our honeymoon, I brought my RP and lenses with me. I really didn't carry it around at all. I carried it like the first day and realized that I don't have anybody to take pictures of us, and I didn't bring my tripod into the park with me, nor did I really want to. The parks were crazy packed. I've never seen them like that. So I didn't like I carried my RP like maybe the first day and that's it. And other than that, I was like, I'll just take photos on my phone and we'll just take videos because honestly, the videos help me remember our trip more than the photos would. I know you can do memory maker and stuff, but it's way too expensive. So, and I don't get it for free anymore with my cousins. So I didn't do that either. But no, this has been a great camera for us. I'm hoping it holds out because we love using that. I'm still trying to figure out taking the videos off. I would love to put like our honeymoon on a DVD that we can watch. Right now, it's just a private YouTube video that the two of us can watch because I don't know what else to do with it. It's like 3.5 hours, should fit on DVD, but it's 29 gigabytes. I don't have like authoring software or compression software or anything, so I'm kind of not sure what else I can do. But yeah, I'm trying to say I do have it saved on a hard drive as well, just so that like I have it all backed up and it's in extra places, but I would love to be able to just put on a DVD, like a hard, solid DVD, you know. But we have other things on there too, like we went to Kings Island for a night for Winterfest, we did our Christmas decorations, our Christmas morning, like all these memories that I would love to be able to just put on a DVD. I don't want to put them all on YouTube. I guess I can and just make them private, but I don't want to. So anyway, that's where I'm at with that. But what I was trying to get at kind of is like this. Now you can, I know a lot of people use this obviously as like content creators and vloggers and things. If you are wanting to do more like ballet class stuff, and like it is easier probably to film on your phone because you can set it more like this, and this is a little more obvious with your camera sticking out. But I have a friend who always did this. She took this to class with her and used it, so you can do that. This does turn off after like 15 minutes. That's the only thing about it, and I've always preferred using my phone because I would attach it to my watch and I would start and stop the camera on my watch, so I didn't have like a whole hour and a half of footage, especially the things I don't want people to see. But you can use this for that, for your like vlogging your day, going to class, things like that. You know, what you, if you're like in Nutcracker or something, like vlogging how the rehearsal process, the shows, all that, you can use this for that. It's great. With the Fuji, I mean, you could probably do the same thing because it does do video. I just don't use, I've never used it for that, so I really have never tested it. You like have to go in the settings. There's no dedicated, like, because it's made to look like an analog camera, there's no dedicated video knob on here. Like most cameras have M or movie camera or something. This one does not. But you can take really cool like vintage photos of like the ballet studio, of like a moment during class, of your point shoes or your ballet gear laying on the floor, like all these really cool, unique little vintagey looks. I think this is great for. That's why I wanted to take it with me. And I wish I had it for things like classes and rehearsals now. I think like this for like something like doing behind the scenes, like at Nutcracker or things like that, or any shows that you're in. This would be a phenomenal little camera to use. It does also have a flash. You can see it right there. I have never used it. Again, I'm not a flash person. I got an inquiry about doing a wedding and they asked me, they're like, you're a natural light photographer, are you still? Because what do you do about receptions? And I was like, okay, I will bring an on-camera flash with me for receptions. I will, but generally, unless it's like super dark because they turn the lights down, I don't need it. My cameras do well enough in low light. Let's see how the flash works here. Let's see where are our settings. We're gonna try this. Okay, hang on. Cute, okay. How do you turn the flash on? I have no idea. Noise reduction. These are just all the little settings. This, and I think the new one might be easy. I know the new one has the flip out screen, it's weather sealed, and the lens got a major upgrade on the new one. That's the main differences, I think. Other than that, I think they're basically the same camera. I'm trying to figure out this. How do you make function button? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That is really cool. It has a built-in ND filter. I forgot that's what I set this button to do. So basically, like say, you know, it's super bright out. I don't know if I'll be able to see it. I'll hit that and it instantly makes the screen darker. So if you're trying to take photos with like that shallow depth of field, but you're outside and it's super sunny, it's gonna be super bright, even if you turn your ISO all the way down. I have that issue on my other cameras a lot. And this allows you to just have a built-in ND filter, which this has too. The G7X has a built-in ND filter. I don't know that people ever really talk about it, but it does, because I've accidentally played with it before and I was like, wait, what? It is in there. This one's got a really old menu too. It's hard to get through. I've had that. Oh, this is an old camera. Like, I love these cameras, but they definitely show their age. Oh yeah, there it is, ND. Yep, ND filter, neural density. So I don't know if you'll be able to see much, because if I hit the ND filter, right now it's on off. It's auto adjusting, but then on, it's gonna be a lot darker now. That's just, yeah, I forgot this one has that too. So this one, like I said, the Fuji is just meant to be more like analog vintage camera. It's a little harder to get all the settings to work right. There is view mode. You can set it so that you're only using your viewfinder. It does have the like it has the different viewfinders. So it has the one that shows you all your settings, like a real-time one. And then you can switch it to just a normal one where you don't see your settings. And that's actually really cool to look through. I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. And then you can turn it back. So you can watch it changing, maybe. We'll see if it shows you, if you can see it. But it's really cool. I cannot figure out how to turn on. There we go. Because you can also turn the eye sensor off, so it'll, my other cameras all do that. Okay, this is setting the autofocus points. There's still a knob on the back here. I don't really need that right now. I'm still trying to find the flash, guys. I know it's in here. I just don't know where. Oh, there's like a whole section for flash. Let's see. Flash function setting is off. It is not, there's a lot of things in here, but they're all grayed out. I wonder if it's because I'm not in manual or auto. Maybe you have to be in auto. Let's try it. Let's do both autos. And let's see. I guess a lot of people do shoot in auto with this. I'm so used to not shooting in auto. Okay, I don't know. I'm not seeing this move, so I'm not really sure. Built-in flash. Oh, it's on. That's why. Okay, built-in flash on. That still doesn't let me do anything there. Sorry, guys. This is supposed to be a lot more entertaining than this. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys this. There's a lot of like flash settings in here. So now I've turned the flash on, which was down here. There's the ND filter. Okay, we're going to try it and just see if the flash takes. I don't think it did. No, it definitely didn't. That's a very, very dark photo. Oh, look, I took a video of my foot earlier. I didn't realize that. Okay. Maybe. It's so weird because I can't seem to adjust the flash at all. Still image, continuous. Panorama. Oh, there's the movie setting. Interesting. Let's see what that looks like. I guess you just do movie this way. Oh, we're recording now. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, from here, it looks like, because you can have the film simulation on, the video actually looks pretty, like, the colors look really nice. It focuses fairly quick. Okay, I'm gonna watch that video now. Okay, let me see if I can show you the video now, because this is easier. I know I could probably import in the video, but I'm too lazy. Oh, no, we don't want to watch. Nope. Playback. I don't hear sound, but interesting. Okay. Sorry, you're learning with me because I've never tried all these extra settings. It's only because people are mentioning them now that I'm like, huh, my camera does that. Advanced filter. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like a pinhole filter type thing. Oh, there's more you can do. Toy camera, miniature, pop color, high key. Oh, which is kind of light, like light and airy. Low key, really dark. Dynamic tone, soft focus, partial color. Lots of those. Wow. That's really interesting. Huh. Okay, well, I don't need that either, but that's good to know we have that option. Advanced, we have panorama and multiple exposure. I didn't know it did all these things. Okay, let's go back to still. Guys, I'm not figuring this out. If someone wants to tell me how the heck to use the flash, you can. I feel like this is gonna be a really long video that you are not gonna wanna watch now because I just spent this whole time looking through the settings myself. I might cut that out, we'll see. But basically, I just wanted to give you all ideas for using cameras for, you know, not just being a photographer, because, and those, well, the Canon G7X is not expensive. The Fujis are expensive now because of all the hype. But there's other cameras too, like even this old Olympus still takes really cool photos. It's very cool and vintage looking. This is the EM10 Mark II. They are up to the 4 now, so this is obviously a lot less expensive now. I even had the 1, that's my broken one over there, and I had it for a long time. They're just not weather sealed and I spilled Coke on it. So this one's so cool too. It's got like these retro dials that just look so cool and they're fun to use. This is just a really fun camera. And the Pen F is as well, which I have right here. They have not made an updated one. It is still a very good camera for as old as it is, but it's not been, it's not been updated. It does have a fully articulating screen, which is helpful. That EM10 only has a tilt screen. The newer ones have one that tilts like all the way down or up, I think. But yeah, this one is good. It's just a little slower because the processing's a little older and it's fully metal, so it's heavier. Hence why the EM5 Mark III is what I'm gonna be using a lot more of. It's more of a, it's a polycarbonate body now, so it's a little more plasticky, but it's still weather sealed. It's basically the size of the 10 with the sensor of the big EM1 back there, and it's just, it's gonna be a snappy photo. Olympus also allows you to do a lot of special with coloring type things, kind of similar to the Fujis. Like I know it's not a film simulation, although any Fujifilm camera can do the film simulations. It's not just the x100 series. Those are just nice because they're a challenge. You know, you can only have the one lens unless you get the teleconverter extenders, which I have debated. They're just nice to use because they're very simple. It challenges you. I'm not carrying a bunch of lenses with me. That's kind of my thoughts, but I just ranted way more than you needed to hear. I will probably be cutting out all those things and looking in the settings because you don't need that in here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions about, you know, especially those of you who are here for the dance content and you have questions about maybe using cameras for ballet stuff and things, or, you know, getting your own dance photos or things, like let me know because that's like my specialty and I love it. So